Hey there, YouTube. How's it going? It is going great for me. It is a beautiful afternoon here, end of the day, in southern Canada, mid-east. And I was out here for a walk. It's so loud. We had an ice storm a few days ago. I had a woods not far from my house, which is really awesome and convenient because I love coming out here. My dog is running around free somewhere looking for squirrels that are probably hiding out. It's late February, southern Canada, and you know, I was walking out here and thinking that, well, I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I actually came to the decision that I'm going to start a YouTube channel. So bear with me as I make a lot of screw-ups along the way. So there's a ton of YouTube channels out there, one for everyone, a few for everyone, and mine is going to be a little documentary series about an awesome adventure that I'm going on. I'm really excited, and that is leaving this climate to moving to a tropical climate. So yeah, I wanted to talk about all the stuff that comes with it, the process, the emotional issues that are going to come with it, the troubles, the steps that we're going to have to take to it. And then once I'm there, I'm going to continue on the voyage of basically moving into sustainability, self-sustainability, which I have problems with that term because we're never fully sustainable by ourselves. But basically my journey is going to be about gaining independence from the big system and getting into permaculture, processing our own food, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully going to be getting into more of an off-grid lifestyle, but homesteading lifestyle too. So I'm going to go into the background of all of that. Actually, one part of myself that I will share with you is that, yes, I love to come out to the woods. I see myself as a little bit of a prepper, a little bit of a survivalist, and I love practicing bushcraft and spending time in the woods and learning skills that can be useful. So before I go any further in this great conversation, I think I'm gonna collect up some stuff and see if I can make a fire, and we'll be cozy. I've got some hot tea, and then I'll get into my story. So I got here some dry bark that was off of a tree that's not been under snow. The tree was fallen over and kind of crooked. I got some dried leaves and this dead flower thing. Some pine cones actually are a good way also of collecting up pine sap, but this one here has very little on it, but they do make good charcoal. So we'll see how those go. They also hold the humidity, so we'll see. All right, finally got her going. Good thing I cut out for that one. I admit that I cheated. And I found a piece of paper in my backpack. So that being said, the amount of stuff that I collected up was not at all effective, not enough of it. The bark, even though it's dead, it needs the inside of the skin of the bark needs to be ripped up into the finest pieces you can get, especially making fires in the winter. And like I said in the beginning, it's the end of the day, the lights start going, the light is getting downwards. So basically I want to talk about, yes, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna leave Canada and I'm gonna go to a tropical country. I'm super excited about it. I'm moving there with my mom, whom without her the opportunity would not be possible. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how it came about and why we would want to move. So basically, a couple years ago, she was gifted a few acres of land in the United States, but for a few different reasons, we decided not to take it, or it would have been very complicated for us. So we really didn't have a lot of choices. But in exchange, we decided to look for different areas of the United States that would be good to live in. Maybe as a little bit of a backup. Well, why? Why do I want to leave Canada? And she's actually a dual citizenship, so she's from the United States anyways. But why do I want to leave Canada? Well, in a nutshell, it's 2022. 2022. For a few years now, a lot of Canadians have been really struggling with very undesirable circumstances, as much as along with, you know, pretty much everyone else in the world. And yeah, so it's just been getting out of control here, and we don't see it slowing down. We don't see it changing. It's always a little bit creepy at this time because the light's really going down, and it's actually not windy today, so it's a little bit less creepy. But yeah, I'm not scared about being out here alone, but once in a while I kind of think I heard something, and I can see my dog is running around over there, and whenever she looks like paying attention to a certain direction, I always kind of wonder what was over there. Anyway, I found these really cool eagle feathers. It looks like a falcon or a small hawk feathers. Yeah, beautiful. I've never seen those before. I've never had the chance to find something like that in the woods. But yeah, out here we see all kinds of, once in a while when we're lucky, we see all kinds of different weird things. I love coming out here. I love being out in the woods. I know it's going to be very different in the place where I'm going to, but hopefully, you know, I'm certain that I will be out hiking like I love to do, but there's going to be a lot of other things that are going to take my time and energy away from just hiking around. But I'm definitely looking forward to finding some cool little spots the way I have here. So yeah, Canada is not a super wonderful place to live right now, and I feel like, you know, I've been lied to and mistreated and betrayed over the past few years, and just my whole understanding of this country has just been blown out of the water. So, you know, and she has some homesteading experience, and I've always wanted to kind of live that lifestyle too. So we decided that we're gonna, instead of staying in the United States, we're gonna go a little bit further south where we can grow food all year long, which I think is gonna be super important in the next few years and now. Yeah, so I don't need to get too much into it right now, but yeah, the quality of life in our country has kind of gone down the tubes for people like me. So I got some tea here. It's white pine needle tea. It has very high levels of vitamin C and can apparently clean your body from some modern day toxins and modern day poisons. So white pine needle tea, got lots of them here. So yeah, as far as moving to a totally different climate, well, first of all, it's leaving the country, right? So it's leaving everything that you know, and in certain cases, family members and friends, obviously. All my friends and family, pretty much, except for me and my mom, are leaving. I have a 19-year-old son, and he's kind of intrigued by the idea, but at the same time, not ready to just leave. He's starting his life here, and yeah, he's not convinced. You know, in the place that we're going to, technically you can't work. My mom and I are going as investors, but he's 19. He's going to make a life for himself. So hopefully he's going to come down off and on as much as possible. We'll see what happens on the political scene, because traveling is very difficult right now. As you know, I've seen, and a lot of people have seen, and it's been declared by the governments. Movement is pretty much halted, unfortunately, against the Charter of our rights and freedoms. But yeah, so, you know, hopefully we'll find ways for him to come down as much as possible. And I think he's going to come down for the initial move and stay for a month. That's the plan. So, you know, for a lot of other people, they have a lot more family around them, and it could be a lot harder. But for me, I live in a place where I don't have a lot of family around me anyways, and I very rarely ever see them. So yeah, leaving my friends definitely has been hard, and I've actually feel like I've already gone through an emotional kind of detachment from them, and I feel like I'm always concentrating on getting stuff ready to leave, that I feel like I almost don't have too much in common with them anymore, which is not true. I just feel like I maybe feel like I have the links are kind of giving way a little bit. So yeah, the physical moving is going to be weird too. Right now I'm in the purpose of packing up stuff, getting our house ready to sell, and that packing and sorting issue has been going on for months. Actually, we've been talking about this and thinking about this and trying to put things in movement for 3/4 of a year now. And yeah, and I'm still sorting. And you really have to go through all of your stuff, every little thing, and say, is this something that I need? Is it something that I want? When's the last time I used it? Is it going to be worthwhile there? Is it going to be the cost of shipping it? Is that going to measure up? Is it something I'm going to use there? You know, I probably have things here that I haven't used in 2 years, but there it might be extremely useful. So, especially if we're going to be homesteading. So yeah, that's a whole other issue. Maybe I'll take you along on some of those adventures too. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you would love to continue this journey with me and share your comments or questions. And, you know, actually I have a few friends that are in the same position as me right now. Although they're not in my area, some of them are already gone. Some of them are planning on going. Some of them are just thinking about it. So we'll do this together. So thanks so much. See you next time.